Everybody, this is Linda again, and another episode of Meet My Comedy Friends. And this is New York's Debbie Bazza. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, everybody.
So, Debbie, would you mind letting my friends get to know you and telling them about your early life, your family in comedy, how you got in comedy and all of that?
Oh, it's my pleasure, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, my family, we used to go to my Aunt V's and we all performed. I would do a little acting. My father, who had been in vaudeville, he did a little comedy and tap dancing. And my uncles and my cousins were singers. And we used to have a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
And I hate to admit I was a class clown. I had the whole class laughing and I was hooked. I heard that laughter, you know.
Yes, you got hooked.
So, I did. So I tried to do comedy. I went to the New York Comedy Club for a few months on a Monday, but I didn't stay with it long. I suffered from anxiety, stage fright.
Wow.
And a friend of mine said she liked me, that I was funny. She wanted me to do her women's club. So I said, well, let me just get a little material together. And by the time I get everything together, she didn't need me anymore. But I started back, and I was happy for that.
Oh,
yeah. My father's a comic. I have two daughters. One of them, Adrienne Appalucci. She does comedy. And my daughter, Vanita Appalucci, she's the funniest of all, but she just doesn't have the desire.
Oh.
She doesn't have the calling.
Wow. Well, what does she do? She doesn't do comedy. What field is she in?
Oh, she was in the realty business and a secretary. Right now, she's raising my grandson.
Oh, wonderful. So you mentioned earlier today when we were trying to have internet connection, you mentioned that your father was a comedian. Can you go over who your dad was again?
Well, his name, his given name is Generoso Girolamo, but he went by Richie Girolamo.
And he performed all over the East Coast?
Well, he didn't talk about it too much. It was more like contests and stuff. And then he got drafted. And then he met my mother when he was on leave, so that was the end of that. But he always was making people laugh. He was the taxi driver. Yeah, very funny man. And my mother was funny too. She had that sarcastic wit.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you got good comedy genes in your family. That's awesome. So
I think so.
Now you've been in comedy twice now for a period and back in about 10 years now.
I would say, the first couple of years, 2-3 years were open mics and things, but now I do, the last couple of years I've been doing more shows, less mics. I was actually emceeing a mic at the Broadway Comedy.
Wow.
And I go to one mic on Monday in Harlem Nights. But that's more or less like there's an audience there, so that's like good to do new material and just to get up in front of people. Like now, I'm glad to be here with you. It's gonna, I can't wait to get up and out again. I can't wait to wear my heels. My first show. I hope it's not in a rundown bar because I want to get dressed up for it.
In your comedy career, have you had episodes or situations where other people gave you a hand up and helped you and gave you breaks?
Yes, I have. When I came back to comedy, I went to a mic called P&G, and that's where I met my friend Jackie Chang. So she's always been very helpful. I could talk to her, and we've stayed friends. And I met another gal named Kim DeShield. She's always pushing me to do things, very supportive. And, of course, my friend Cool Mike Ski, also known as Michael Pagan, he's the one that told me to do Facebook Live. Kim told me first, but he pushed me into it. So I'm doing that Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of people. There was Robin Lakin, yourself, Linda Marcus Smith, Harry Ribbs, Nancy Levine, Janice Massetti, a very good friend, someone I could call and talk to. Just don't call her too early. She's a real comedian. Kevin Nix, who else do I have? Annette Georgia. She's a gal I met in New Jersey, and we hit it off, and she's helped me get work with other comics. She's not a comic. She's just a comics angel. Rick Morgan and Howard Newman. But I have to say, the best advice I got was from my daughter, and she's told me, Ma, your problem is you keep stopping and starting. So it's like you're starting all over again. She says you have to make up your mind. If you're going to do it, just go straight through and do it. And plus, when I came back, I realized, I took off a long time. I used up all my staying away. So I just go forward and try to do comedy as often as I can.
That's wonderful. I know that, when we're not locked in our rooms like we are now, like bad teenagers, you're all over the East Coast.
Yeah, it took a while. I hope it comes back, I hope everyone, once we're healthy and, we can get back to living, because everyone needs laughter, especially now.
Oh, yes.
This is so challenging for all of us.
It is. So what's like the worst situation you ever faced with a fan or a heckler?
One of the worst situations was pretty personal. I was going to therapy, and I showed my therapist my little video many, many years ago, and he says, Debbie, you're not a comic. My friend's daughter is a comic. And that was part of the reason that I stayed away. Whoa. But I worked through it. And, I'm able to say frig him now, but, and I had an opportunity. I did see him at an open mic in City Island. He was reading his book and that I bought, and I did comedy, and he told me how good I did. So yeah, that was a turning point. Yeah. That you can't listen to anyone. You know what? If you have it in you and you want to do it, just do it. Just do it for the joy of it.
That's right.
Don't ever forget, have fun, because when I forget to have fun, that's when I take it too serious and I get myself in trouble.
Yes. And earlier you mentioned that you struggle with anxiety. I have a different type of anxiety. I have PTSD, so I can get through anything, but afterwards I fall apart. So everybody has something that...
Oh, yeah, no.
I had to adjust the screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody has some.
I find prayer and meditation helps. I actually was blessed to be on The View many years ago doing comedy.
Yeah.
And I was able to meet Joy Behar and Mario Cantone after in the hallway. And they just told me, just be yourself and just talk.
Oh.
Don't be so, chick, just do it. Just have a rhythm and talk and be free.
I love that.
So that was good. Yeah, they were very nice to me.
So if people want...
Barbara wasn't there.
Since the shutdown, you're not getting any work. So if somebody wants to donate, do you have a Cash App, or are you good and you don't need that help? Because a lot of comics are asking for me to promote.
I know. If anybody did send me anything, I would pass it on to a comic that's been very good to me and others who's helped us and shared about the business. I don't want to say his name and embarrass him, but that's who I would like to. Oh, if anybody did give me anything. And I do have Cash App, I have PayPal, I do have those things.
Okay, so can you tell me Cash App? People are using Cash App like butter. Do you know your Cash App handle?
My name is Debbie Bazza, DebbieBazza.
Okay, and is that the same name on both Cash App and PayPal?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. I'll put that on the post. And if people...
Thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry we got behind on your interview with the internet. If people want to follow you, you are on Facebook, and you're on Facebook Live, Facebook. 4 o'clock East Coast time.
Right, and if you're not able to make it, the videos stay up, and I'm also on Instagram.
And it's Debbie Bazza on Instagram too.
Yes.
Debbiebbazza. So what has
Yeah, I
the
can't understand. Some comics have different names, and it's almost like they're in the witness protection program. I can't even find them. I just have my name, Debbie Bazza.
See how funny she is, you guys? So if
I miss you, Linda. I'm so sorry. Our trip had to be canceled. I was coming down with Elaine Witt, and we were going to go to shows, and we were going to hang out and have a pajama party.
Yes.
Hopefully soon.
Yes.
Hopefully soon.
God bless you. God bless Elaine Witt. So with the shutdown, has it given you a new lease on life and a new direction for your comedy?
Well, I'm doing the Facebook Live. I'm in a few Zoom classes. One's an open mic and one's a writing group. So that's helpful. You know, it's something I'm keeping myself busy and I kind of forget, but then every once in a while I remember, oh, wow. You know what I mean? The reality.
Yes.
That this is what it is to be a shut-in.
Do you want to say anything that's like a joke or a bit so people get a taste of you before you sign off?
Well, the only thing I could say, it's been being here with everyone. My 2 grown daughters moved back home. That shit shouldn't be allowed. Those 2 bitches almost killed me growing up. They were always fighting and screaming. One morning they were beating each other up over the last pair of school socks, and I says, I'm walking out of here. Let the stronger one live. Anyway, I love you, Linda.
Love you, Debbie.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.